Imagine a fruit that can float across the ocean for months without rotting. It can drift through salt water, wash up on a distant shore, and still grow into a new tree. Coconuts have been doing this for thousands of years, making them one of nature's greatest travelers. This is possible because coconuts are naturally waterproof, keeping water out while protecting the seed and nutrient-rich liquid inside. It's not luck, it's the result of millions of years of evolution. So why are coconuts waterproof? The answer lies in its layered structure, natural materials, and clever biological design. Let's dive in, right here, on History of Simple Things. Many people assume the brown shell is what makes a coconut waterproof, but that's only part of the story. A coconut is actually made up of several protective layers, each serving a different purpose. The smooth outer skin, known as the exocarp, acts as the first barrier against moisture and physical damage. Beneath it lies the thick fibrous husk called the mesocarp, which contains countless air-filled fibers. These fibers help the fruit float while also cushioning it against impacts. Deeper still is the hard inner shell, or endocarp, which surrounds the seed itself. Inside that shell is the white coconut meat and the sterile liquid known as coconut water. Together, these layers create a highly effective protective system. Rather than relying on a single waterproof wall, the coconut uses multiple barriers that work together to prevent unwanted water from reaching the seed. This layered structure is one reason coconuts are so much more durable than most other fruits. The coconut's waterproof abilities begin with chemistry as much as structure. Its outer surface is coated with waxy compounds collectively known as the plant cuticle. Similar coatings are found on many leaves and fruits, where they reduce water loss and block excess moisture from entering. In coconuts, this natural wax creates a hydrophobic or water-repelling surface. Instead of soaking in, water forms droplets that easily roll away. This coating is especially valuable in tropical environments where coconuts are constantly exposed to rain, humidity, and splashing seawater. Even when the fruit floats in the ocean for weeks or months, the waxy surface slows water penetration dramatically. Scientists have found that this protective layer also helps defend against fungi, bacteria, and other microorganisms that thrive in wet conditions. So while the shell provides strength, the outer coating serves as the coconut's first line of defense, reducing the amount of moisture that ever reaches the deeper layers. The thick husk surrounding a coconut does more than protect it from impacts. It also plays a major role in waterproofing. This husk is packed with coarse fibers known as coir, separated by tiny air pockets. Because air is much less dense than water, these pockets provide buoyancy, allowing coconuts to float even during rough ocean currents. At the same time, the fibrous material acts like an insulating layer, slowing the movement of water toward the inner shell. If the outer skin becomes scratched or damaged, the husk still provides an additional barrier before moisture can reach the seed. Coir is naturally resistant to decay because it contains high amounts of lignin, a tough structural polymer that strengthens plant tissues. Compared with many other natural fibers, coir breaks down very slowly, especially in wet environments. This combination of buoyancy, durability, and water resistance makes the husk an essential part of the coconut's remarkable ability to survive long ocean voyages. At the center of every coconut is a single seed containing everything needed to grow into a new palm tree. Protecting this seed is the coconut's most important role. The hard inner shell is extremely dense and nearly impermeable, blocking water from entering. Inside, the seed sits in a stable environment where coconut water remains clean and sterile as long as the shell stays intact. Surrounding the cavity, the white flesh stores nutrients that nourish the embryo during germination. A fascinating feature is the three small pores, often called the coconut's eyes. Although they appear identical from the outside, only one is soft enough for the sprouting seedling to emerge when conditions are right. Until then, these pores remain tightly sealed, preserving the waterproof barrier. This balance allows the coconut to protect its future tree during long journeys while still providing an exit point once it reaches suitable land, enabling successful germination in natural conditions for growth to begin successfully in the wild, ensuring continuation of the species over time. The coconut palm evolved in coastal regions where ocean currents became an effective method of seed dispersal. Instead of relying on animals, it developed a fruit capable of surviving long journeys across the sea. Intact coconuts can float for months while still germinating after reaching land. Their waterproof layers protect the embryo from salt water, while the fibrous husk cushions impacts from waves and rocks. Once washed ashore on sandy beaches, the husk helps retain moisture, supporting germination. This adaptation has allowed coconut palms to colonize islands across the Indian and Pacific Oceans over many generations. Long before humans transported them by boat, ocean currents naturally spread coconuts between distant coastlines, showing how their structure is perfectly suited for ocean travel and reproduction. This natural engineering ensures survival across oceans and supports the species' global distribution today in tropical regions worldwide. The coconut's waterproof nature is more impressive than it first appears. It isn't just protected by a hard shell, but by multiple evolved layers working together. A waxy coating repels water. The fibrous husk adds buoyancy, and the dense inner shell protects the seed. Together, these layers let coconuts survive ocean travel and grow into new palms, making them a natural survival capsule built for crossing seas. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.